asking you, as a successful woman and a corporate leader, what would you teach women about business?
That's a tough question. I mean, I don't know if there's anything I would teach women that I wouldn't teach others. But I think the same principles apply, which is, getting really clear on your vision, on what success looks like. And I think when you work independently, one of the things you do have to get really comfortable with, which is challenging for people, including women, is your worth and your value, and just understanding what that is in a really concrete way and being really comfortable with that. Because when you work independently, it's when you get a job, you negotiate for a salary and compensation maybe once a year, or maybe only at the beginning, and then you're kind of just on the trajectory, right?
Yeah.
When you work independently, it's something that you confront all the time as part of your daily work life, right? You're doing new business development, you're talking to potential clients, you're also, working with independent workers on a team, you're figuring out how much to pay them versus how much it would be for you to do it yourself. So there are so many decisions that are really reflecting how you think about your own value and worth. And I encourage all of my students to just get really clear on that and to get out of their head on that. I think so many of us underestimate what we bring to the table and feel cautious about asking for our true value. And if there are ways that you can, talk to other people who are doing similar things, understand what their rates are, the more that you can ground your reflection of your own worth in the market. What are other people's prices? What are other rates? How do I think about this in terms of an annual salary, and then working backwards? Making it concrete and outside of your head can be really helpful. But I think that's one of the biggest challenges for independent workers in general and women in particular.
Yeah, I totally agree. When I think about what needs to be taught in school, especially for young women, is money. Just to talk about money, to understand money, to understand business. Today, money is like the ultimate power, and sometimes women say, "I'm not comfortable about talking about money. I'm not comfortable with asking money," and it's totally related to worth. Like, how much do I worth? And I need to get a number out there. Just say that number clearly each day if you're independent in many cases. And it demands self-confidence, I guess, and that sometimes women are finding hard to handle. And some kind of I know, it could be seen as a bit aggressive when somebody's saying explicitly, I'm worth more. I'm that's who I am. And I think it's intimidating for women sometimes to say that. And
I would agree. And I think it's everybody that works independently has some amount of these issues. I think it is hard to go out and kind of declare what you're worth and to feel confident in that, and to understand that not every client is going to be for you, and to let people go if they aren't able to, if they're not a good match financially. And when you work independently, unfortunately, people ask you to do things for free all the time, right? And you have to get comfortable with, and sometimes there are good reasons to do things for free, but many times there are not. And you have to really get comfortable with your response to that, and what opportunities you accept and which ones you don't. But I think in general for women, getting really comfortable on the financial side is important, and understanding your rate and your worth and getting confident in that and owning that clearly is important. But I also would say that one of the mistakes that I see independent workers make frequently is that they start working independently and they feel like they have to do everything themselves. And that is really a huge mistake. You need to learn how to delegate, to outsource things that are not the highest and best use of your time, or things that you really dislike. And I think that applies to the financial realm as well. If you don't feel like you're super comfortable, there are financial advisors who can help you think about your financial life holistically and map out some really concrete goals so that you're clear on what you're working towards. There are even individuals who can help with negotiation, who have research on compensation rates that can help you feel more grounded in what you're offering. And there are bookkeepers and tax accountants that can take that back office financial burden off of you and your business. So I think it's really important to, do as much as you can yourself, but also recognize that there's a whole network of help that can really assist you in pulling together your financial perspective and your financial offer in the marketplace.
Yeah.